Hey guys, so today's review is going to be on the brand new Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. This one is $40 and I did get it from the Sephora website. So I'm going to be telling you a little bit about it, my experience with it, and also the shade. I want to talk about that too because right now it's looking really good, but earlier it was looking Oompa Loompa orange, and I don't know why, but we're gonna get into that. You're gonna see it in the demo. So like I said, it is $40 and it does have a little bit more than 1 ounce, which is good. This is the plastic container that it comes in. At first I thought it was glass, but whenever I got it I was like, oh, it's really light, and it is plastic. I thought it was gonna be like this one, which is a glass one, but this one's by YSL and it better be glass because it's expensive. But this one does have a pump, and I did get mine in the color 320 gold, and she does have some swatches on her Instagram page, which is what I was gonna initially go off of, and I was actually gonna pick the color dulce de leche, and I went with tres leches instead. Then I looked on a chart that she has, and I'll leave it right here so you can see it too. The chart is basically her foundation colors, and then in little boxes she has other foundations from other brands, so you can reference off of that, and that's exactly what I did for this foundation. And then I looked at the swatch and it looked like it would go perfectly with my skin tone. So this one is claimed to be a very high coverage foundation, and the directions say that you can use it with a brush or with a beauty blender, and also that it is great to pair it up with her makeup base. I don't have that base, makeup base or primer. I'm sure that that's exactly what it is, but I went ahead and I used my Becca primer and I applied that all over my face, and it is also pore filling. So I applied that first and then I used the foundation. I started on my cheek area and I noticed immediately that it is very full coverage. But another thing that I noticed immediately is that it was very warm on my skin. I was like, what? You know, I was like, oh my god, I kind of look very orange, kind of like an Oompa Loompa. But I decided to keep on applying it, and I applied it on my neck and on my chest area right here, and it did match my arms. But then I went on with the rest of my makeup look and I applied my concealer over that. I decided not to go with a very light concealer because it was going to be way big of a difference. So I went with my L'Oreal Pro Glow concealer, which is not super light, and so that's what I applied on my under eye area and on the highlighting areas. And I also set the foundation with my MAC pressed powder, and that's just the powder that I have been using for most of my foundations, and I just wanted to do the process exactly the same way as I do my makeup every single day. And then once I was done, it just seemed like the foundation kind of changed on me, and it like adapted to my skin tone somehow because it was really orangey. I don't know if it has to do with the concealer that I chose, that it kind of like balanced it out, but it looks like my arms, it just looks like it goes with me. Even my hands, like it's my shade, but for some reason it was just really orangey. If you get this foundation, let me know if that happens to you, because I found it to be very weird, because most of the time your foundation is your shade and then it'll oxidize and turn orange, but this one was the opposite on me, at least. So if you get this foundation, let me know if that happens to you. It is not super thick. It's kind of like it sticks onto your face and it dries really fast. So what I would say is work in sections or apply it really fast because it will dry on you. Even with the damp beauty blender, it dried like pretty fast. It is super matte. You cannot see any oils on my face, and it looks exactly the same way as it did whenever I first applied it in the morning. I've been wearing it for a long time already. I think it's been about, what time did I apply it? I applied it, I would say it was about 10:30 or 11, around there, once I got done like cleaning and stuff. And right now it's 5:24. So I've been wearing it for a couple of hours already. I even went outside already. I took the dogs out and all of that, and it still looks super matte. I do have dry skin, but I like wearing matte foundations, dewy foundations. I really don't get super picky about which ones. If I feel like wearing a matte foundation that day, that's what I'll put on, even though my skin is dry. It just has to work with me, and so far this one is really working with my skin, and it's not like looking patchy on my dry areas. So I don't know, I'm liking it. It looks smooth. It is called Faux Filter, so I expected it to be like a smoothing foundation, and it really does look super smooth on my skin. In case you're wondering about flashback, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the with and without flash. So first I'm gonna show you the one without any flash, which is this one right here. And then this one is a picture with flash but with natural lighting. And then in one of my videos, somebody asked me if it would be better for me to show flashback in the dark, you know, whenever it looks really dark. So what I decided to do with that one, since it's not dark outside yet, it's not nighttime, just turned off all the lights, I closed the blinds, and I took the picture with flash only. It is the evening time already, so it is getting dark, but it's not super dark yet. But I still wanted to show you as if it were. Like if you were indoors, it was dark, and you get the flash. So that way you can see exactly how it would look if you were, I don't know, at an inside, I don't know, wedding, and you know it's dark, the lights are off, but they're taking flash pictures, so that way you can get an idea. Now in the picture I feel like it did look a little bit shiny, but I feel like that was just the highlighting areas where I have the concealer. It just looks a little bit lighter, but the foundation itself on the rest of my face and on my neck, it does not look ghostly, like, it does not look like it's giving flashback, like to where it's different than the rest of my body. That's what flashback pretty much does. It makes you look white whenever you turn on the flash, and so that's what people try to avoid whenever they're using a foundation for nighttime for flash photography. So what do you guys think about the foundation? Do you think that it matches me? Like from what I'm seeing in the viewfinder and in the mirror, it looks like my perfect shade, but I mean, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but in the demo, it did look pretty orangey on me. And I will have in the description box the rest of my foundations that I use. I always leave a list of the foundations that I use normally, and then the ones that I use whenever I'm a little bit tan. I feel like this one is one of those foundations for whenever I'm a little bit tan, just because it is a warm shade, and I don't know how it's gonna look like in December, January. But I mean, my face and my chest are a little bit lighter all the time, so I always do put foundation all the way down to my neck just to make sure it's not like a line, you know, a difference. But yeah, this is how it looks. I feel like it looks pretty flawless. It's very matte. It's very full coverage. It does say to just apply one pump or less. I did use more, but it is also because I used it on my neck and on my chest and stuff. But it does look pretty good on my face. It does make me look really smooth, and all of my makeup is still like fresh on there. I feel like it's really fresh on there, and I don't see any oiliness. Even though I have dry skin, I do get oily on my nose and also a little bit right here. I don't see any of that, and it has been a long time, and I have been outside, so that to me does say a lot, because I've tried other foundations that claim to be super matte and I look shiny within like 2 to 3 hours. So this one is a big difference to me. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so that way you don't miss out on future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.